All right, Pops, we're back for another episode this Wednesday,
Yes, we are.
March 5th, 2025.
25.
We are officially in March.
March, yeah.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
March Madness.
The third month of the year.
Already, man.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Yes,
Time
sir.
flies when you're having fun. You're
Yes,
too much,
yes,
Pop.
when
But,
we're having fun.
yeah. So, how's your week?
My
Your
week
weekend?
was good. I sold my El Camino.
Yeah, finally, huh?
So if anybody's in the chat, I sold my El Camino.
Finally.
And if you're not in here, then you're not gonna know. You're not gonna find out if I sold it or not. I'm
you
just
can
playing.
always
I know.
watch it on the repeat.
On the repeat.
But yeah.
On the replay.
So you sold your El Camino. When did you sell it?
I sold it Friday.
Friday?
Yeah, Friday. Yeah.
Friday was when you sold it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I sold it.
Yeah. It's been
a while.
Been a while.
About a year. Yeah, over a year.
Since you had it on the market.
Yeah, on the market.
Yeah, no one has money these days to pay for a car.
Not that kind.
I guess not, huh? So
yeah.
They want to make payments.
Yeah, they want to make.
Remember how one guy he offered you a horse?
Yeah, a horse and then a horse and a buggy.
Horse and a buggy. Oh man, these people are crazy.
Yeah, they are.
Didn't you just sold something else too on
a weed eater.
He sold his weed.
Sold one of my weed eaters.
Yeah, that's crazy. A lot of flakes on.
Yes. There sure was, man. I had three people say they wanted it, and then they never showed up. There's one guy showed up though. He finally showed up, and he said, "I'll be there," and he did.
Picked it up.
Picked it up. He said it was good enough for me. It's not for me anyways. It's for my wife. He said that was for his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who when did he pick it up?
This morning.
Oh, this morning?
Yeah, this morning.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, before the rain came.
Yeah, I know. It's raining over
here.
It's raining. Word. Yeah. I took a nap.
Leo the boss.
He says, "Salute, gentlemen."
Salute.
Let's go ahead and post this coming up. Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks, Lito. We always can count on you, man. So we appreciate the support.
Mm-hmm.
I took a nap, and man, my back's been hurting. My lower back's been hurting.
You lay on the bed, not on the floor. Yeah.
But anyways, what did you do today besides you selling your weed eater?
We went to the mall. Me and my wife went to the mall. Took her to Bath and Body.
Oh yeah.
She wanted to get some of the soaps. Yeah, some soaps.
There you go.
Hey Leo, well, I sold my El Camino. You weren't here earlier, so I sold my El Camino. Yeah.
Finally, after a while.
After about a year and a half, I understand it.
What? Yeah. I'm glad that you sold.
For all the silent viewers, maybe there is silent viewers. I sold my El Camino. So I sold it. Yeah.
You're too much, Dad. And Dad's too much. What you got planned for this weekend?
This weekend? No, nothing. No plans this weekend. Just take it easy.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Gonna go see any games or?
No games this weekend.
No games this week.
No games.
No golf. You're gonna go golfing?
No, I ain't gonna go golfing. It's too darn cold to be golfing right now.
I know.
I'd like to go get me a set of golf clubs.
There you go. Yeah. But I know it's been raining. I don't know where you guys are at, but it's been raining today, just today.
Yeah.
Not all day, huh? It would say
we started maybe about 2.
Yeah, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock it started raining here.
So it still was raining right now. It's just drizzling.
Yeah. It makes me tired. That's when rain gets me tired.
Me too.
My back hurts and
I feel like taking a nap.
Taking a
lot of naps.
Taking a nap on the live.
Yeah. So if I fall asleep, hey, you know what happened? It was rain.
Yeah.
You know what caused it? The rain.
There you go, Pop.
Yeah.
So no plans then this weekend?
No plans. No car shows. No car shows. I still have one car, so I can still go to car shows.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's why you sold it.
Yeah, that's
right.
I had two. I had 2 cars, and I wanted the room in the garage, and I was afraid something might happen to it. Like get scratched or bumped or dent or something. So I didn't want that to happen. So that's why I rather sell it and get my money for it. And yeah, but it all worked out.
Yeah,
It all worked out.
Because you would have never sold it if
I had it for 18 years. Yeah, 18 years I had it for. At El Camino. I had the El Camino for 18 and the 53 for 18 years. Yeah, both of them.
I remember you bought them around the same time.
Same time, yeah. Within months.
Yeah. But you would have, that's what I was saying, you would have never sold your El Camino if you didn't have another car.
No,
I
would have. No, I would have kept that one and just worked on, kept making it better and better. Yeah. It was nice El Camino.
Yeah, it was. It was a nice car.
Clean, real clean.
Yeah. It was just hard to drive. Yeah. Not like physically hard to drive. It was more hard to drive because you can't just drive it everywhere you go and do grocery shopping or go to the mall and stuff, or someone probably try to steal it.
Yeah, so. You go into the mall and you come out and it's gone.
I know. So that was the only bad thing about having a car. You couldn't really drive it too many places. I mean, I would occasionally, sometimes I'll get it out to go to friend's house and stuff like that, but it was a lot of work too, just trying to bring it out because we had stuff on the bed of the El Camino. So just like moving it out of the garage, it was just a lot of work. So
I move other cars
just to get it out. And just after a while, you're just like, I'll just take my car, and plus I don't have to put gas in it. So
put gas.
Another thing. So but So I know last time we came on, you're telling us about your stories.
Yeah.
I know you played a lot of softball.
Yeah, I played a lot of softball.
When I was little, I would always go with my dad to go see him play softball. So, when did you start playing softball? Like what age?
Probably like in my 30s.
In your 30s?
My 30s, and then did it all the way to like my probably 45 or something like that. And then I picked up umpiring. So I did some umpiring.
That's right.
Did some umpiring within that time too. So for Little League, for hardball. A little bit of, I did one high school game, with you guys. Yeah, pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Man, I forgot all about that.
And after that, I got into cars. That's when I started. Well, I got into motorcycles. I got into my Harley. And then after that, I started, and then I would go to car shows in my Harley, bike shows and car shows. I would go and I said, man, I got to get me a car. Nice cars out there. So, and I had a lot of cars. I had some cars when I was growing up. I had 57s and 56s, like I was mentioning last episode. And but sold them, and and they weren't going that much, at the time. Only like maybe from 250 to 500. But now they're expensive. Now they're pricey.
Yeah.
But
so tell us about. So you got your bike. How many bikes have you had in your lifetime?
In my lifetime, I had.
We're talking about motorcycles.
Motorcycles. Yeah, I had.
These Nuts says father and son together. It's a beautiful thing. Hey, thank you, These Nuts. We appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you so much. So go ahead, tell us about how many motorcycles you had.
I had a Honda in the beginning.
Wait, tell us the years and stuff.
The year.
Like that.
Okay, the year was in 1972.
Okay.
When I bought my first bike, it was a Honda.
Okay.
And then I would go to San Diego a lot in it, and then me and a friend would always go and we'd hook up with other bikers, and then they would say, "Hey, what are you driving that rice burner? You're supposed to be driving an American bike, And I go, what's American bike? And Harley's American bike. And I go, oh yeah, you're right, that is. Because the other ones they were called rice burners because they were
they're
Hondas, Kawasaki's.
Yeah.
But then and then after that I would drive that around, but then I turned around and sold that one because I used to drink too much, so I didn't want to get in a wreck on it. So
did mom make you sell it?
Yeah, my mom made me sell it. My wife made me sell it.
Yeah, I'm glad. Thank God. I mean, my mom was the brains. She didn't let him do a lot of stuff because he couldn't drink too much, like you mentioned. So. you had your rice burners, your Kawasaki's, your Honda. And then what year did you actually buy your first Harley?
My first Harley was in probably, well, after I had the car, and then after that probably in 70 some, not in 70 some, probably in 80 some, where my daughter was going to get married. No, 90 some or 2000.
That was 90s. Yeah, that was like
probably way back.
Late 90s. Yeah.
Well, I stopped drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I stopped drinking for like about over 20 years,
Yeah.
about 19 or 20 years. And then my wife finally talked to her and let me buy a Harley.
Yeah.
And that was in 2005, I think it was, or 2007.
Yeah.
It was 2005.
Yeah, it was in the early 2000s. Yeah. Because I was already out of high school.
Yeah. And I had my first Harley was a Fat Boy.
Fat Boy, yeah.
Then I turned around and sold that one and bought me a Springer Softail, Heritage Softail. That was a nicer one. Yeah.
Why did you sell your Fat Boy?
Because everybody had the color black, bike, and they all had. A lot of people had that Fat Boy.
Yeah.
So I wanted to change up and get a Springer. Because not too many people liked they didn't like they liked the Springers, but they just, I don't know, they just didn't, I don't know if they just didn't want to buy them or what, but I always liked the Springer, so the Springer front end, so that's why I bought that. And it was a change because it was blue, blue in
beautiful bike.
Yeah, blue,
beautiful bike.
Yeah.
So
and gray.
Back to the Fat Boy though. I remember you took it to Palm Springs or Laughlin.
I took it to Laughlin.
And I remember you're saying that you're like, I really don't like the way it handles. Yeah. Why didn't you like the way it handles?
Because of the mags, the mag wheels.
The mag wheels. There you go.
Yeah.
Because they were solid.
They were solid.
Yeah, they have no
air going through
them.
Yeah. So the wind would blow that with you had a hard wind. It was blowing you like you wanted to blow the bike right underneath you. But I don't know what kept it on the street. Probably. And I wasn't a big guy. Well, I was a big guy, tall, but not like
heavy.
Yeah, heavy. Like some of these guys. Some of these guys have. They. If you have a bike, what saddlebags are, but they would say their Levi's are saddlebags. They're big guys. And I said, oh, okay, whatever.
I remember you didn't have the Fat Boy for very long.
No, I did. I think I only had it for
months.
About months, months, or for almost a year. No, maybe for about maybe 8 months, maybe around there. And then I turned around and sold it and bought me that other one,
the Springer
Softail.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a beautiful bike. So tell everybody, what did you do to that bike? Because I know you did a lot to that bike.
Well, I put 8 hangers and I put airbag. I bagged it so it would go up and down, and I had all the stuff chrome, like some stuff chrome on it,
Yeah, all the gauges
and all that. The apes. Then towards the end, I changed it to these handlebars called beach bars.
Yeah,
beach bars, because I wanted some lower and just to cruise, and ride. I got tired of
the 8 hangers.
Way up high. There were 16-inch, 16-inch 8 hangers with a 2-inch adapter. So pretty tough, pretty high.
Yeah, that was a beautiful bike. I really loved that bike. Was so nice because it was two-tone. It had it wasn't like your normal like navy blue. It was like this like ocean blue. It was so pretty. It was blue and silver.
Yeah.
Just a gorgeous bike. I mean, I would have loved to drive it, but I was freaking too skinny for that sucker. I mean, I'm sure I would have been able to handle it, but geez, it was a lot of weight. And then my mom was like, no, like I don't want him driving the bike, which is a good thing because I mean, it's not so much me, right? Like me driving the bike, getting into an accident. It's more the people around.
Yeah, around. You
gotta be.
You gotta be looking all around and your surroundings, all your surroundings, and all that when you're driving a bike.
Yeah, because I mean, I wouldn't have drank and rode a bike, but it was just you never know. People just pulling out and like knucklehead people. They don't pay attention. They just want to pull out of a gas station and right in front of you and. there you go. You know,
Yeah.
you're gonna be sliding on your bike, and and you, I mean, you don't look cool if you have a big old helmet on either. You always have to ride it with a German helmet.
It's called German helmet.
Yeah, I remember my dad had a German helmet. So yeah, that was a gorgeous bike. I remember Marcus, one of my buddies from where I work at, or I used to work at. He came over and he's like, he wanted to purchase a Harley, and I was like, hey, come on down. I'll let my dad I'll see if my dad lets you ride his just around our cul-de-sac. And he came over, and he got on, and next thing you know, he took off took off down the street, like down the couple of streets behind us. And where I remember my dad was like, man, I hope he comes back, like, not like we didn't think he was gonna steal it, but we're more scared like something might happen to him, or he may get pulled over or something. But that was funny. Hey, Dad, tell us about that story. This is a hilarious story. About the time that I don't know, your friend, right? He wanted my dad to, tell the people the story.
He called me up and he goes, hey, can you go with me to pick up a bike? And I said, sure, I can go with you to go pick up a bike. And I go, well, what kind are you getting? He says, well, I'll when we go there, you can see, you could tell me if it's okay bike or not, or this and that. So I said, okay, I'll go with you. And he bought this. We landed up going to this bike shop, and he landed up purchasing this bike, and it was a small bike, man. And I told him, I go, well, I hope are you driving this thing home? And he says, no, you are, because I don't have no license, and I still got to go get my license. And I go, what do you mean you want me to drive this bike home? And so he goes, yeah, you're gonna have to drive it home. Man, I couldn't even turn the handlebars. They kept hitting my legs and all that. That's how small the bike was.
You were on a freeway, right?
No, it was on the street.
Yeah.
But it was a ways. It was from Fontana all the way over here to Colton. And I was like, man, I couldn't even make the turns. I had to move my leg out of the way just to turn the handlebars and make the turn. And I told him, never bring me again when you're buying this kind of a bike. That
was a girl's bike, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked like one. And then he ended up buying a Harley, but it was what do they call those other ones? A Sportster. He would end up buying a Sportster too. And those are small bikes. Well, those are called more or less like girl bikes, girls' bikes, because Sportsters are. But there's some girls that can handle some big bikes.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. We love the women, and we know they can ride bikes. Ride bikes better than me. But go ahead.
But it's not all about how heavy the bike is. It's just the balance,
right?
You just got to stay straight, and just give it gas and just stay on, and that's it. That's all it is. And when you come to a stop sign, make sure you put your foot down, because if you don't, that bike's going to take you down. But yeah, there's nothing to it. It's just like right now, regular bike. Tricycle, not a tricycle, but a
regular
bicycle. Yeah, regular bicycle.
So didn't you? So you drove the bike back.
I drove back,
and then wasn't he like going up and down?
And then he takes off and he goes up and down the street. He took off. I don't know where he took off, but he took off, and he didn't have a helmet or nothing, and he takes off. I just said to his wife, I hope he don't get stopped because he don't have a helmet, and he is. If a cop sees him, he is going to stop him, because by law you have to have a helmet.
Right.
I think up to this day you still have to have a helmet.
Oh yeah. You did some months.
Yeah. I don't think they changed it yet. But back in the 70s, and when I bought my first bike, you didn't have to have a helmet.
Yeah.
You didn't have to, because I think Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor or something like that. He's the one that took it out of what do you call it, too. California. California. We didn't have to ride bikes.
Really?
Helmets, yeah. We could ride without helmets.
But go ahead.
No, it was for just a while. That's all.
Yeah.
Didn't have to.
Well, remember too, like in the 80s, it had to happen in the 90s where they made a law, but remember when you could ride in the back of a truck?
Yeah.
I remember going like on the freeway, like right in the back of a truck. And I mean, I guess like with all bunch of accidents that happened, people were
70s,
because Yeah, when I was in the 80s, I remember
80s
riding
too.
in the back of the truck. Yeah.
Me and my wife used to ride in the back of the truck.
Without a bed.
Shell.
Shell. There you go. Without a shell. Yeah. So I remember that on Uncle David's truck.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being back there. Yeah. That's crazy. No, it wasn't crazy, but it was just like things were different. You know,
like just lie down or whatever. You know, but you didn't stand up or nothing.
No,
like that.
Of course not.
But
that's
we
were kids though too. Yeah. But it was fun. It was, well, I don't remember riding in the freeway on the truck, but I remember riding on the streets.
Yeah.
Like going to Oakland. Remember they would have a bunch of like dips. That was fun. So okay, so when it came to your motorcycle, you went. I remember you going to Laughlin.
Yeah, I went to Laughlin a couple of times. Laughlin runs, and then Palm Spring runs. I went to a couple, like 3 or 4 Palm Springs runs, and then 3 or 4 Laughlin runs. Denise Castillo.
Oh, Denise, Mr. Chavez. Mr. Chavez is. Hi, Denise.
Hi,
Hopefully
Denise.
your mom's doing well.
Yeah.
She's in our prayers as always.
Yes. She gets to come home soon. Denise.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I remember, shout out to the Mongols and the
Vagos.
The Vagos. Yeah, like my dad had a lot of good friends within those organizations. And, I mean, I don't know anything else about what they do, but like shout out to them because I know they let my dad ride in their
pack.
pack. So shout out to them if they ever watched it. I doubt it, but yeah, tell us a little bit about that, Pops.
When we went to Laughlin, there's a couple. There's this one guy. His name was Lester, but rest in peace.
Yeah,
he passed away. Cancer, and he was a good friend. He was always a good friend, and he would always ask me to go on runs with him. They were going to Laughlin at that time, and I would say, yeah, I'll go with you. And
he was a Mongol, right?
Yeah, he was a Mongol, and we went, and then after that, when we got to Laughlin, he would tell me, hey, you want to go to the house? Do you want to go to this house where they're going to all hang out at, or I go, no, I'm going to go to the casinos. I'm going to go to the casinos that way. But we'll hook up later, I tell him. But then I would hook up with another friend. His name was Danny Serrano. So we would hook up and then we would be walking around with everybody, all the other guys that I was hanging out with too, that they were there already. Because I think you got there on Thursday like on Thursdays. I think we would leave like on Fridays. We would leave on a Friday. Yeah. Then I went with this. Then we would go with the Vagos. We would go to Big Bear. We would go to Big Bear, and then we would go to Big Bear with this one guy, Lupe. He was a real nice guy too. They're not good friends of mine. But they all went. We all were all in one group that we used to hang out in the beginning, and there was like about 80 of us, and we would always go to LA over there that way to go give toys for the
like
for
toy drives.
Christmas
toy drives. There you go.
To the, what do you call it? What's it called? That place called
Skid Row.
Skid Row. There you go. Yeah, we would be over there, and then after that, some of them land up going to the Mongols, and some land up going to the Vagos. So, but
yeah, it's too bad because I remember by the way, Denise. Awesome news. Denise says, good news, Mom came home today from the hospital. Yeah, praise God, Denise. Thank God for that. Thank you for your prayers, you guys. Thank you. Of course, anytime. So yeah, shout out to Lester is no longer with us because I remember he's the one that put on the airbags for you, Pops, right?
No, this other guy did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, in Chino Hills.
Chino Hills? Okay.
His name Morales, or no, not Morales. What's Moreno?
Moreno.
Yeah, Moreno.
Okay.
Not James Moreno, but
no. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But I thought Lester was the one that put it on.
He just used to borrow my my jack when he needed it for his bike to change something. Mr. Floyd.
Denise says, Mr. Floyd, you coming down this year to the car show?
Yes, you're inviting me, Denise. I'll go. Yeah.
We got Amanda. Shout out to Amanda Denise. She says, and then she says, Denise says, Amanda, hello, beautiful. And then Amanda says, hello, Floyd and Floyd Jr. Hi, Amanda. It's always great to see you in the comments.
Yeah. I was gonna tell you, Denise, I sold my El Camino. So
Oh
I
yeah.
I have to take my 53.
Big news of this Wednesday
Yeah.
live. My dad
Yeah.
finally sold his El Camino. He sold it on Friday. Yeah, so thank God. I mean, not like he needed the money, but he's been on the market
for about a year and a half. Yeah,
and he's been wanting to get rid of it. So
before he got. God. Yeah, I said earlier about dings and dents and all this and that. So I'd rather get my money now and all that. So it worked out. It worked out good.
Denise, I'm glad she came home. Great news. Yes, awesome news. Denise says, "Wow, nice." That's probably talking about your El Camino being sold. So, okay, so I remember in high school. Yes, high school. This was before you even had a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Because you already stopped drinking. Were going to church at the time.
Yeah.
One of our good friends, Doug Stewart.
Yeah,
good guy, man. Good. I wonder what happened to Dougie, man. That guy. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe run into him somewhere. I mean, man, I always wonder what happened to Doug. But anyways, the guy was a huge bug fan. I mean, Volkswagen bugs. That dude loved bugs. I remember he actually was working on this bug forever, and he actually put a Porsche motor in his bug. So shout out to Doug, man. Hopefully me and my dad will run into him one of these days. But anyways,
because I bought a bug.
So that's what brings me to the story that when I was in high school, he bought a bug. Yes,
a 65. About a 65
bug, man. Tell us about the bug.
And it needed some work, so that guy Doug and he used to go to the church.
Yeah, the door,
and so anyways, I asked him, hey, can you work on my bug, because when the guy sold it to me, he had cardboards holding the battery, because the battery was always in the back of the in the bugs, they were in the back.
Right. In the back. The motor is in the back.
No, not the motor. Well, the motor's in the back, but also the battery is like on the
floorboard.
Yeah, it's on the floorboard, but on the back seat, right by the back seat. And so and then the guy had it. And actually, one time I looked and I was looking at it and I was like, wow, I think the battery's gonna
fall through the
floor. Yeah. So I told the guy about it, and he says, yeah, the guy just put some cardboard or something. So he goes, I can put a new floorboard for you if you want me to. Mm-hmm. And it really wasn't that expensive, really. He did a good job, because that's all he used to do is work on bugs.
He loved bugs.
Yeah, and then this guy kept bugging me at work. You want to sell it?
Before we get into that, okay. So how much did you buy the bug for?
I bought the bug for $1,500. 1,500.
And we're talking about this bug was clean.
Yeah, it was
clean bug. It was beige. Just like my dad loves browns and beiges. All his cars are browns and beige.
White top.
Yeah, it was a nice bug. I mean, amazing bug. So $1,500. I remember driving over there to go pick it up. Yeah, I remember that. I forgot where it was at.
Yeah, it was in Chino Hills.
Chino Hills, yeah. Such a nice bug. So my dad didn't really do too much work to it, just the floorboard. Okay, so go ahead and tell us about the person that kept bugging you at work. This was at his job.
Yeah, he goes, I'll sell it. I'll give you $2,000. And I said, nah. He goes, I'll give you $25,000. And I said, no. So he kept going up, and so I ended up signing it, I think, for $35,000. Yeah. 2,500. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I didn't want to, and I kicked myself up to this date for selling.
Me and my mom always tell him, like, man, you should have never sold the bug. It was nice, and this is my fault too. I got to take accountability for that. Denise says I love bug vans. Amanda also says I always wanted a VW van. Yeah, those are nice. I had a bug Barbie car. Yeah. Okay, so this is where I come in and I kick myself, because I remember for graduation for high school, I remember they were gonna give me the bug.
Yeah. And
I wouldn't have had a car payment, but of course, 18, wanted a brand new car, and my parents bought me a brand new truck. And I should have got the bug. I mean, one, I don't know how to drive. Even to this day, I don't know how to drive stick shift. I remember my dad
Yeah.
teaching me how to drive in his truck, and it was like a little Nissan stick shift truck, and man, I could never get the man. I don't know if both sides of my brain don't work well or what, but I can never get the brake and the clutch. Never could get it. And I remember we'd be boom, like jerking on it, and he would get mad at me, yelling at me, "What are you doing? You need to pay attention," and all this. And we would be in a parking lot trying to learn how to drive on a stick shift. I could never get it. I could never get it. So I mean, I would have a hell of a time to drive a Bug, because that sucker was stick. That was built like a tank. But I remember my dad was taking me to go get some shoes in Redlands, which is probably like maybe like 20-minute drive or something. But it was a windy day, and I remember he was like, "Oh my God," he's on, "They'll never drive. You don't ever ask me to drive in the wind. It's scary because the Bug would be moving all over the place." Oh man,
it was windy that day.
Yeah, I remember it was a strong wind.
I learned how to drive a stick is through my dad. My dad used to always have a truck, and he would be driving, and I watched him. I kept watching him. Watch how you do his feet, how you do the gas and the brakes and all that, and how you let out the clutch and this and that. And that's how I learned, just by watching it. And I told my dad, I go, "Hey, if you ever want me to take you to the store or anywhere, just let me know. I'll drive the truck for you." And he goes, "You know how to drive stick?" And I says, "Well, yeah, I've been watching you." So that's how I learned. And he goes, "Really?" And I said, So I got in there and I started driving. And he was like, "Wow." He goes, "Just by watching?" And I said, "Yeah, just by watching. That's how I learned. Like I said,
yeah, my dad's the man.
No, he's just got to
hands on right here, man. But yeah, that's why I don't drive even now. My dad would yell at me so much, and I couldn't drive a stick, so I just never drove. And even I don't even have my license now. So I mean, just because of my dad right here. Now just plain. No, I know how to drive. I could drive an automatic. I have an automatic car. I just don't know how to drive stick. I don't either. I tried one time. It was too much for me. Yeah. I was in the school parking lot trying and gave up after 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I tried more than 2 minutes. I remember we would go out to this parking lot, like, I would say at least like 3 or 4 times. And I just couldn't get it. Like, I could not get it. I mean, round of applause for people I know how to drive stick, because I mean, I just can't do it. I would even have nightmares, like driving stick, like, and me being stuck in the road and trying to, like, people honking behind me, while I was trying to figure out how to do the clutch and the brake.
And the good thing about stick and standard, stick shift and standard is stick shift. You can actually, if your battery goes dead, or your alternator goes dead or something like that, you can push it so fast and then pop the clutch. I don't know if you've ever seen Daniel Serrano, what do you call it on
Karate Kid, Daniel LaRusso.
Daniel LaRusso, when the mom says, "Hey, push the car and pop the clutch," that's all you had to do, and it would start. Yeah.
Such a good.
That's a good. What do you call it? About stick.
Stick. Yeah.
Stick. You can start a car. You can't do it on the standard.
No. But after driving a stick, going to an automatic, it was a piece of cake.
Yeah.
But it was the stick. I mean, I still like manual. Yeah. That's what they used to call it back in the day, manual.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I can't do it now. But so you had the Bug, and then you sold the Bug. You got your motorcycles, and then there was that one time where you had your 2 cars, right? You had your El Camino, you had your 53, and you had your motorcycle.
And the motorcycle.
Not the Bug. You sold the Bug way before.
Motorcycle.
Yeah. Man, you got a lot of stuff. A lot of toys.
A lot of toys, yeah.
My mom let him have a lot of toys. Yeah. But eventually sold the bike.
Yeah. I worked hard though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I worked hard for these things, and I never. That's one thing, when I worked. I never took off or anything like that. I always worked double overtime, triple overtime,
Yeah, no choice.
So
my mom would make them.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah. So you sold your Fat Boy, and then to get your Springer, and then you eventually sold your motorcycle.
Sold my motorcycle
because your knees too. Right?
Yeah, that's when my knees. I was having knee problems, and then I was. That's when I was going to start getting my knee surgeries and all that.
Standard. Is your 53 standard? Yeah.
Yeah, it's standard. It's a Power Glide.
Yeah,
that's what they call a Power Glide standard, and yeah, but they're also stick shift. And they're 3 on the tree. Yeah, they're 3 on the tree. Those are the ones that they're easier. I think they're easier than the stick because all you have to do is go up, then down, and then third is all the way up. But yeah, it's easier. But all you have to do is keep work the clutch, and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's the one part is to the left. Yeah, because there's 3 pedals. There's the gas, the brake, and then the clutch. Yeah. But
there you go.
Yeah, but and then you just it's a stick, but it's on they call it a tree. It's on the steering wheel. Yeah, on the steering wheel behind the steering wheel.
Yeah, like on the column.
On the column.
Yeah. We always have fun. You know what? Honestly, like I love cars, but it's never been my thing to. I'll go with my dad once in a great while on a car show, once in a great while. But the one thing that me and him love to do together in his old car is we always go to the Christmas parade, Colton Christmas parade. We always have it. It's such a good time. Brenda says, "Hello, everyone. Hey, Brenda, how's it going?"
Hi, Brenda. Thanks for.
That's right. 3 on a 3. Melvin only knows how to drive a standard on not stick. Yeah, same here. I'm right there with Melvin.
Tell Melvin I said hi.
I'll be listening in the background. I'm multitasking. Good job, Brenda. Most women are really good multitaskers.
Yeah.
I'm not. Men are not so much. I need to focus on one thing. Yeah. But what were you saying? We're talking about the Christmas parade.
Yeah, Christmas parade.
Yeah, we always have such an amazing time at the Christmas parade because normally my dad gets together with a group of friends and we just go on the parade. And I always last Christmas I literally after Halloween is when I stock up on candy, not to for me to eat. But I literally bought like $98 of candy, and I know that because I came out of my own pocket. But I spent $98 on candy, and man, just so we can pass it out for Christmas, the Christmas parade. We're just throwing a bunch of candy. My dad's over here, one hand driving and throwing candy out, because you got people on both sides, kids and stuff. So yeah, it's such a great time. I love throwing out candy on the Christmas parade.
Yeah.
Denise says, Brenda love. He says, Qville guys, what's up, Melvin? Brenda mom's home. Praise God. Yes, praise God. But yeah, so yeah, that's one thing we love doing is going to the Christmas parade, throwing candy out to the kids and to the adults and stuff. It's always fun. Just a great time. I know I love Christmas. I love getting gifts, but I also love giving gifts.
Yeah.
Just a great time. Just a beautiful time of the season, right? Of the year.
I would always tell him, take the El Camino and I'll take the 53. And he would say, no. I can't throw candy and drive and
throwing candy.
Throw candy and drive
because
at the same time. But
you think about it, we have a ton of candy. We have bags and bags of candy. So we're trying to throw it all out, and we want to make sure we even it out because a lot of times the parade's pretty long. It's a good distance. And if you just go hard right off the beginning, throwing all the candy out, and then you won't have any candy left for all the kids at the end. So we try to I'm like, Dad, no, let's wait, because a lot of the kids in the south part of Colton is where the Christmas parade starts. Yeah. So a lot of the kids, those kids get a lot of candy because everybody doesn't know better. They're just throwing out the candy, and then they run out towards the end. So I'm always like, Dad, stop, relax, we'll just, they're gonna get a lot of candy. Just let us save it until we get towards the end, so we can throw a lot of candy out for all those kids.
Yeah, because there's quite a bit of kids.
Yeah, there's a ton of kids out there. And it happens early in the morning. I remember one year they did it at night. It was freezing cold.
They did it at night.
Yeah, that's when Mom. Yeah, that's when we took both cars. My brother-in-law and my sister and the kids took the car at the El Camino, at the night one, and then somehow
they took the 53. We took.
We took the El Camino. There you go. That's right. Mom sat in the middle.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it was freezing though.
Yeah.
But it was fun. That's such a good time. But now my mom always go like, Mom, let's go, and she's like, nah, I'm gonna stay home. So hopefully this year she'll go out with us. But yeah, we always have a good time.
Brenda, thank you, but I sold the El Camino. Thank you for helping me. Yeah, I sold my El Camino Friday.
Brenda Love says, hi, Malvin. And Brenda Love says, Denise, that's great. God is good.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. We cannot praise God enough for, for the blessings that he gives us, right? So,
yes.
but yeah, we always have a good time though.
Yeah, the Christmas parades are always good.
Yeah,
they're always
fun.
Yeah, because we always get like maybe 4 or 5 guys that get in a group, and we call it. Now since I'm out of that car club, and hang out with other friends, and there's like about 4 or 5 of us, or it could be 6 of us, that go out there, So we have a good time.
Always have a good time.
Yeah,
it's always fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's always
for the kids. It's for the kids.
Yeah. I love there's a lot of money spending on candy, but we always have a good time just throwing out, seeing all the kids running after the candy and stuff. It makes us feel good,
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. So you have now tail end right now. You have your car.
Yeah, my car.
So now what made you want to start going to car shows, and what made you want to get a old cars?
Because I used to have old cars back in my days. I used to have, like I used to say, 57s, 56s, and then when I bought a bike, I started going to bike shows, and there was car shows. There were bikes and car shows. And I go, man, I got to get me a car. These cars are nice.
Yeah.
But and then when I bought my 53, it wasn't as much, because I could sell it now for more. But I bought it for I bought the El Camino first. I bought the El Camino. Let's go back. I bought the El Camino for $2,500.
Yeah,
that's all I paid for the El Camino, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't
like that. The way, it was pretty trash. The guy had
a good body though, right?
Yeah, it had a straight body, and it had all the chrome, the moldings on, and all that. So, so I said it had potential. So I bought that, and I turned around and took it to a friend, and I bought all the parts and everything that I needed, and I bought a new motor for it, and I got it all done from the bottom up. And then after that, I liked it, and I said, man, I'm gonna paint it. I told my wife, you think we can paint it? She goes, yeah, might as well. You already did everything else to it. So I did, and paint job only cost me back then, 18 years ago, was for $2,800. So I still have the receipt. I just seen it seen it just a while ago when I sold the El Camino. And then after that, I was getting it all done, and so then I go, man, I'd like to get like a 5-window pickup, because I always wanted a 5-window pickup, and I liked the 5-window pickups, and I seen one on the way home from church, because we used to go to a harvest, and so when we were coming home, me and my wife were coming home, we seen a truck, and the guy wanted 10 for it, but it wasn't that great, and he had a 350 in there, and I don't want no 350 in an old truck, because they only came with a 6-cylinder. And I always like originality. I always like original cars. So I turned around, and then he goes, you know what? And I go, you don't have any other car? You just have this truck. And he says, no, I have a 53 Bel Air hardtop at the house. So I said, you do? And I go, can we go look at it? And he says, yeah, we can go look at it. So after that, me and my wife went to go look at it, and turned around. I brought it home, and I liked it, and so I bought it, and it was only for 12.
But why was he? I forgot. The reason why he had to sell it, right?
Yeah, because he got a drunk driving ticket, and he had to get a lawyer, because that was his 3rd one.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was his 3rd one. So he was going to look at jail time. So, so he wanted to sell cars for a while, that fast.
Man, three DUIs. Yeah. Jeez, I always had a Caddy. This is the first time I'm in a Honda. I'm looking for a Caddy again. Nice Cadillac.
An old one, or an old Cadillac?
Cadillac.
Yeah, Cadillacs are nice.
What's the The one from Entourage with the.
Well, that's what do you call it?
The suicide doors.
It's a Lincoln.
Oh yeah, Lincoln Continental. Yeah.
That's about a 64, 65.
Yeah, those are nice.
The suicide doors.
Yeah, the suicide doors. What's it called?
The
convertible. Yeah. Ooh, such a nice car. I love that car. Such an amazing car. Yeah. Those are some nice cars right there. Cadillac, Cadillac Continental, CTS newer.
Yeah.
She wants a newer Cadillac. Pops, not the old ones. Wow. She wants Denise wants to keep it up with the
Jones.
The Jones. She wants to keep it up with the. She wants to be able to drive it on a regular basis, not just a car shows.
That way she can hop it.
There you go. Hop a Cadillac.
You can. Hop Cadillac.
Crazy. Amanda says, Denise, my first car was a Honda. When I turned 16, I love the car. They will last you forever. But I always had Cadillacs after that. My grandpa always had one. They called him Cadillac Joe.
There you go.
Cadillac. Yeah. Give me a Cadillac. What are those drinks? A Cadillac Martini or something? I prefer a newer one, 2015 for years. Yeah. Nice, Amanda. And he says, Cadillacs are nice. Remember when
Cadillacs are nice.
I mean, I think they're still popular, but remember when everybody wanted like Lincoln Navigators, Cadillac Escalades, they want to put all the speakers and stereo. Remember those days? TVs. TVs on the back of the seat.
Does anybody ever have that on back of their seats, under headrests?
Yeah,
TV. They would put TVs back there.
That was early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s when all that stuff. It was like, remember they had like the spinners? The spinners. Oh man, I tell you, that's funny. I have the 2014 and 2017. I want to get the new 2025 Cadillac CT5V. But I don't want a payment. Yeah, that's the only bad thing about cars, like the newer cars, those payments.
Yeah, and they're going to start going up more and more, those cars, because of everything that's going on, that's happening, and they're going to go up.
All right, I was looking into getting a car too, but I'm like, right now I have I had screens left on the headrest and the ceiling, and the ceiling of the bill.
Man, a screen.
What a time! What a time! I was looking into getting a car, like trying to figure out what I want to get a car, because right now I have my company car and I drive that everywhere because I don't have to pay for gas. But right now, my position that I'm in, I still have my company car, but hopefully I get out of the position, but then I'll have to get a car. I have to pay insurance and gas, but I don't know. My brother's Cadillac was in the Lefty Gunplay's video. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. I never listened too much to, I don't really listen to rap anymore. I used to, like in the late 90s and obviously early 90s, late 90s growing up. I love rap. I love Tupac, Death Row, all that stuff. But now not so much. Whenever I'm driving, I mean, I'll ask my dad too. But I always put it on like Coast 103.5. I love like 80s, 90s, slow jams, R&B, stuff like that. When you drive, Pops, what kind of music do you listen to?
We don't listen to music.
You don't listen to music?
No,
you listen to Christian radio.
Yeah, Christian radio, Christian music.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, you can't go wrong with
the
Christian music. I miss my caddy, the warm seats. I miss the most. Go ahead, Pop.
Now, when I'm driving my 53, I listen to oldies.
There you go. Really oldies. Cool. Melvin said, "Whatever you want, Denise."
Does Denise make you an offer on that Cadillac, on that 2015, Amanda?
So when you, Pops, of course, when you're driving your old cars, you got to listen.
The oldies. Yeah, I listen to oldies. Yeah, I always listen to oldies when I'm driving my old cars.
Yeah. I remember whenever I would drive the El Camino, I always put rap or like more like 90s music. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't, but it was rare. Like I rarely drove the car.
Yeah.
Let's see. Amanda says, Denise, the damn insurance is so expensive now. My friend has a new one, and the insurance is $450 a month. I'm like, heck no, yeah, that's a lot of money for insurance, man. Jeez, it's like another car payment, pretty much. Jeez, so man,
we always pay ours off for the whole year because I hate paying the interest on it. So me and my wife, we always save from year to year, and we just pay it off.
Yeah, when the renewal comes they always just pay it off right off the
off the get go.
Yeah, which is good because you don't have to worry about it.
For the whole year.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. It's just expensive.
Yeah, it is. It gone up. Ours gone up. Me and my wife called them up and said, "Hey, what's going on with you guys? Going up so high. Going up." And they said, "Well, that's what happened." So can't do nothing about it. You
gotta have insurance, especially too. You don't want to get in an accident and no insurance.
Yeah.
Amanda says, Denise, keep the Honda. I love my Honda. Amanda, my insurance is not that much. Dang, no accidents. So we good on that part. Yeah. Thank God. Yeah. Drive safe. Yeah. I mean, and a lot of times too, you can't even prevent that because you got knucklehead people.
Yeah.
That
run into you.
Yeah. Trying to switch lanes without even knowing that you're there. You know how many times that happens? I'm like, man, what the heck is wrong with you? Pay attention. Freaking people, man.
Hondas are nice. You have a Honda Accord or
what do you have? Denise, right? Yeah, Denise. What do you have? A Honda Accord, a Honda Civic, Honda CRV.
Yeah.
Amanda says mine went up to $78.89 last year with my son, and we have never had tickets or accidents. It's crazy.
Us too.
Yeah, my parents never get in. Thank God. Praise God. Knock on wood. We don't get in accidents and stuff like that. My parents don't either too, so thank God. But it's just crazy. It goes up. Normally, I remember when I had insurance and when I had my own car, it would go down every year. Like your tags would go down, your insurance would go down because you had a good driving record. Now it's like they go up instead of going down. It goes up.
Yeah, I bet you got in an accident or something. They probably cancel you.
Skyrocket. Yeah, it's crazy. Drivers are crazy these days. Honda Accord Sport.
Honda Accord. There you go.
Sport.
Yeah.
Now I gotta add my daughter in. Man, I want to know.
SSI. Denise.
And that's a Civic.
Oh, that's a
Civic. SI. Yeah. I'm glad my dad brought that up because man, in high school, 18 years old, I always wanted the Honda. This was. I want to age myself, but this was 1999, 2000 when the Honda Civic SI came out. It was the first time they ever released the SI. It was stick shift, and it came in that beautiful indigo blue, and I always wanted that car, and my parents never got it for me. They got me a truck, which was very thankful for that, but turns out later on, my mom and my dad tells me, hey, we were going to get you it, but we didn't want you to do anything stupid and get in an accident, so we never got you that car. But I always, it was unfortunate because in high school, I got my car. I didn't even have my license in high school. I got my license in my car when I graduated high school, and I feel like I always missed out because I always wanted a car in high school because not so much because I wanted to go do these crazy stuff. But it was more like, I hated asking for people for rides. That was one thing I hated in high school. Like, hey, can you give me a ride home? Or, or I had to wait on people. Or, when I got off of school, I had to go, have them wait for my parents to take me to work, stuff like that. That was really the main thing I really wanted in high school. Let's see. Now I we read that one. A lot of Amanda. Denise, I had a friend who worked at Honda at night. Her Honda looked like a Mercedes. I was like, damn, I like your car. All black rims. It was so nice. Yeah. I mean, Hondas especially, they always look good with rims, right? And the tint dark and stuff like that. So
that's what I'm thinking about getting for my 53 is some spokes, some true spokes.
True spokes.
Yeah, with some 560s. Yeah, with 560s tires. Yeah. So
my dad has a really nice 53. He's done a lot of work to it. He's added tell us about everything that you have done to your
well,
53.
The 53, I added all the bumper guards and all the guards in the inside. On the steering wheel, I got that knob that the people used to have back in the days where they would steer the knob would flip back or forth, and then you would steer with it. You know, but now it's just for show. And then I put a color bar in there, and I put the radio, the original radio, but it's Bluetooth.
Yeah,
Bluetooth, yeah. So I can listen to all my my phone.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Continental kit.
Continental kit. There you go. The Continental kit.
Got everything re-chrome.
Yeah, re-chrome. Got everything re-chrome. Yeah. So hopefully now, with little extra money that I have, I'm gonna get me my two spokes.
Some spokes.
Some spokes. Yeah. My wife probably don't want me to, but
my mom likes it original, like the original hubcaps.
I would never get rid of the original tires or nothing like that, because I would like to swap them out whenever I want to. Yeah, and it's beige. It's two-tone beige and brown. Yeah.
Denise says, yeah, I got the gray, my favorite color rims added to the Yokohama tires. It's a very clean car, but not a cat. Amanda says, Denise, keep it or sell it to me. And then it's worth $28. I owe less than that. Nice. That's good. Yeah. My caddy had 6 CD played. I hate laying music off my phone. I have a lot on my. I remember that, Denise. Like CDs. Like man, I remember when like when I got my newer company car, I was like, man, where's the CD player? Like everything's off the phone now. I miss the CDs.
Yeah.
I miss CD. I'm sure my dad misses like cassettes and stuff.
Because we would, you would put your CD player. You can put those CD players underneath your seat where they would,
the CD changer.
Yeah, the changer. Yeah, where you just pump them in and they would play. They keep playing and playing and playing.
Yeah,
or you could put them in the back of the trunk.
I remember that CD changers in the trunk.
Yeah,
man, I remember I had a booklet of CD. I still have them, but I remember. Putting them, they would always be underneath my seat on pull, and have all my Tupac and Death Row and Metallica. I have so many CDs.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in bins now because I don't even know how to play them anymore because no one has CD players. Amanda, I'm selling it to get at me. I'm selling it. Get at me. That's what Denise says. Brenda Zilov says, hey, can you guys make a video showing us the car? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Brenda, we got to do that. Denise, I will. I put a pickup on Amanda. Denise, okay, how many miles? Man, they're trying to negotiate a car sale right now. There you go. Hey, might as well, right? Yes. Like get some sell it between friends.
There you go.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, big fan of my dad's a big fan of old cars and motorcycles. He even still talks about to this day, like hey, we should get a motorcycle and build it together. I'm like,
I would like to build one because then I can put what I want to put on there, like the motor. I would like to put an old. Back in the days, they used to have knuckleheads and panheads and shovel heads. Those were the 3 motors that a lot of people liked, and now they build them up where they compatible to the newer models, to the newer motors up to this date, so they got new parts in there now.
Yeah.
And they look old though, they look,
they have that nice old look.
Yeah.
Yeah, vintage.
Yeah, vintage. And not just put an oil filled, the oil, put the oil in and oil canister and not too much stuff. I don't like a lot of stuff on motorcycles, so you could see right through the motor, you can see right through the bike and all that. Yeah, and I would like to build one. I'll tell him that we should get together and build one. Buy the frame, then buy the tires, and get the motor, and just get it wired and go on our road. Go on the road. You get there a lot faster than a car. Believe me.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You can go in between the cars, and that's what I used to like because you can always, go past the cars and this.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's the good thing about motorcycles. Yeah, you get around pretty quick, but then too,
you gotta be careful.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, especially going in between cars, because you just never know. Someone's gonna switch lanes really quick, and there you go.
Steve Fernandez.
Where's Steve at? Steve's in here. Oh, Amanda says Floyd gonna be on his Harley cruising. Yeah, that's my pops. Yeah. Steve says, "Hey, what's up, guys?" Yeah, Steve. Yeah, good to see you, Steve, man. That's one of my good friends right there, and my dad's good friend as well. Guy's an artist. Yes. The guy has an amazing talent for drawing. Tattoos as well, man. He's work. Yeah, he's one of good friends from that I took away from my old work. So appreciate Steve. Thank you, Steve, for coming through, man.
I gotta get with you, Steve.
Yeah, my dad sold his El Camino, Steve.
I sold my El Camino.
Here's my caddy. Oh, look at that caddy, Denise.
Where's it at?
Oh, it's that little picture right there.
Okay. Here's
Denise. Amanda says, Denise. Okay, I see you, playa. And then Denise says, not sure how many miles. I think it has 21. It's a 2019. There you go, Amanda. Hopefully that's within your scope of miles that you wanna get.
How much? How many miles?
I think she says 21.
Oh, 21. That's
2019.
2019.
But yeah. I mean, I don't. I think if I get a car, I don't know if I want to go just like, because I'm honestly like I'm in California, not that often, or I'm in California for the most of the year, but I really don't drive that often. So when I do purchase a car, I don't know if I want to go just like something where, just to get around, or if I want to, pay a lot of money and get a car that I really want. Were you trying to show that?
Yeah, show the 53.
Oh, you gotta bring it to the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
Okay.
See, that's my dad's 53. But you know what? Well, we gotta post a video of this. Yeah. I'll put it on my Instagram one of these days. I just got to get around to it. But yeah, that's his 53 right there.
Yeah.
Denise is that's super good, man. I drive too much. Yeah, it's not good to drive. Oh no, he didn't. Oh no, says Steve. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, Steve. He sold his El Camino. You could give Steve the rundown, Pops.
Yeah.
53 Bel Air. Yeah, that's his 53 Bel Air, his hard top.
And this is the El Camino.
And then this is his El Camino. This is what he sold. That's his El Camino. Clean El Camino. I remember I would and that reminds me when I see my friend Steve in here, I would actually take it to work. I would go in early in the morning to work, and then I would just like take it to work and leave it in the parking lot. And we knew it was okay because the parking lot was empty.
Yeah.
But that would really be one of the few times I would actually drive it out.
Yeah.
I would just park it out in the parking lot, and there's cameras out there and stuff like that. And then eventually I didn't go in that early because the sun would come out pretty quick. So, but Denise says, nice car, Floyd. Was the Alco the one you took to the car show?
Yes,
Floyd?
That's the one.
He only has the one El Camino. So,
that was the one I took to the car show.
Yeah, nice car. I mean, whenever I drove it, I would always get a lot of looks, but I would never really pay attention to people, because that's just not my thing. I just kind of look past everybody. But I would, peripheral vision, right? I can always see people. But Dad, tell us about tell them about the story, because I remember this story. It was a funny story.
Yeah.
When he sold his Harley, his Springer Softail, he took it to the guy's house.
Oh yeah.
And then, so tell us about that story.
Yeah, I was the guy goes, well, I can't, I had to pick it up later, and he gave me so much money, and then after that, he says, I have the rest at home, and he goes, but I can't take the bike because, nobody else, I don't know how to drive it. Or he said something. He said, yeah, I'm not that good in driving, so I got to go pick up somebody to drive it for me home. So I said, well, I can take it home for you. So, and he lived in Rancho. So I told him, I can take it home for you. And so he says, you can? And I said, yeah, I'll take it home. And then you can just give me the rest of the money, and I'll give you the pink and all this and that. And so I'd end up driving it to his house, and and I was on the 210. I was on the 210 freeway going towards like what's that off ramp? Haven.
Yeah,
Haven. And as soon as I got on, got on this in the far right lane, this truck pulled up. I don't know who they were or what, but they started flipping me off. And I said, what the heck? And I flipped them back, flipped them off back, because I was in, and I go, anyways, it's not my bike. I go, it's not my bike anymore. So it's his guys. I'm taking it to him. So they recognize the bike, but, it's him, man, not me. Oh yeah, so I ended up taking it to his house, and he gave me the money, and I didn't tell him about what happened.
Yeah,
I didn't tell him. I just took him the bike home, and then he gave me right back home. And
people are just jealous, knucklehead people, always hating and being jealous. Yeah. I just always thought it was funny because I remember he told me, he's like, this guy like flipped me off. I didn't even know him.
Yeah.
And I was like, what'd you do, Dad? And you're like, I flipped him off back. Yeah. Amanda says, my stepdad had a 53 Bel Air. He traded it for a Regal. The 53 was a candy root beer brown. That's same as my dad right there. Denise, yes, those Accords are I like super nice. You can tell you keep it up. It's always clean inside in and out. Yep.
Oh, of course.
Denise, you're like me. I have a clean car, or I feel like I can't concentrate driving.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda, that is when I got hit. Denise says, yeah, that's me, Amanda. I have OCD. Oh my God, Denise, no, I would have cried it if it another person's fault. Yeah, you just, like I said, you can't help it when knucklehead people, a lot of knucklehead people, drivers and just people in general. It is irritating.
But now when I used to drive my El Camino and drive my 53, you don't get that. You get a lot of people just
giving your thumbs up. Yeah,
not a finger. Thumbs
up.
Or hey, nice car. Yell out their window. Hey, nice car. Because I always drive around with my windows down.
Yeah, because it doesn't have AC.
Yeah.
Same thing with the El Camino. That was a really unfortunate thing about it. It didn't have AC.
It had AC, but it wasn't. It was. I didn't think it was working, and my friend didn't think it was working too when we put everything back together. But the guy that bought it, he's going to put AC.
Yeah, there you go.
Let him.
Let him
put the money.
Put that money in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we would drive it in the summer occasionally, but we would have to have the windows down.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I had the windows tinted.
Yeah,
I had the windows tinted. Yeah.
Let me see. Denise says, I got hit by an old 70s Van Metal. Yeah, Van Metal. Yeah, that van probably didn't have a scratch. Yeah. Denise, me too. My sister says I need help. I said, no, you're just not organized and drives me insane. Right, says Denise. And then she says, Denise, oh man, I got in one accident on a Ninja and it totaled and the insurance didn't even give me what it was worth. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So it was crazy. Yeah. Good talk about cars and motorcycles. My pops had a lot. Yeah. He still has a lot. Very blessed man right here. But think that's pretty good, huh? You want to end it right there?
Yeah, we can end it. I want to get me probably another motorcycle. That way I can go places and not faster than a car. You know what I mean?
We don't want you driving on motorcycle, Pops. Denise says they gave me a great price. That was a total loss. Yeah, I remember my car got totaled.
Yeah.
They gave me a good price though.
Yeah, they did.
But it was. I rarely drove it.
What did they give you?
Even like 17. 17. It was a
2000
Nissan Altima. I forgot. 2013. Yeah, it was a nice car, clean.
Yes.
Never did anything to it. I didn't even tint the windows.
No.
Because I was leasing it and I was like, I don't want, I'm not sure if I want it. Eventually I just bought it because I was like, it's a good car. I didn't have any issues with it. Fast. It was a
V6.
Sport. V6.
V6.
Yeah,
the V6.
It was a nice car. And some knucklehead ran a red light and clipped my dad.
Yeah.
Thank God my dad was okay. and he was just coming back from his knee therapy. Yeah. Thank God my dad was okay, because it could have been bad.
He hit me, dad. Almost on the door side,
driver's side, where the gas tank.
Gas tank. He hit me on that side.
Yeah, he ran the red light, clipped my dad, and I knew it because one of my friends is an adjuster, and I'm like, dude, I think it's gonna be total. Send him pictures, and sure enough, he's like, yeah, Floyd, that's total, man. They're gonna total that out. And sure enough, the frame was bent. That's why. Good talks, guys. Always a good convo with y'all. Floyd, when the car show is, Denise.
Yes.
That's what Denise asked you. Floyd, do you know when the car show is?
No, I don't, Denise. I don't hang around with them guys anymore. But if you find any over there, let me know, and I'll take my car down there and take you, and you, Melvin, can go with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That'll be, my car make it over there. Yeah.
The guy's a couple houses down as a Tesla truck, and the thing looks like a Lego. Yeah, those Tesla trucks are ugly. I don't like them. No, you've seen them. You and Mom seen them on the road. Those trucks, Tesla trucks.
I don't like them at all.
Ugly
trucks. They are. I don't know.
Teslas, I'm sorry if you have a Tesla, but those things are ugly.
Yeah, they are.
They go fast, and
they look like spaceships.
Yeah, they're just ugly. Can't beat a nice car.
Yeah.
I gotta dye my hair. See y'all next Wednesday. See you later, Amanda. See you later, Denise. Steve, thank you for coming through. Brenda Love, and Lito the boss was in here. So shout out to every one of you. We appreciate each and every one of you for coming through. Thank you. Always a great time talking to you. Yeah, and we'll continue to pray for each and every single one of you. Thank you so much, though. We'll definitely catch you on the next. You guys have a good night. Don't sell the 53.
No, never.
He won't sell that, Steve. Yeah. Them are ugly. Yeah. Those Tesla trucks are ugly. But thank you again. We'll definitely hopefully catch you soon. But we appreciate you guys for all the support.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, have a good.
Keep supporting my son here with his shoes, because he does know about
much love. Yes. Oh, thank you, Pops. Appreciate that.
Knows about his shoes.
But we'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Have a blessed weekend as well. Have a blessed remaining part of the week. And we'll definitely catch you sooner than later. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.